Just try it. Rage. Ready to strike. Target marked. Just try it. It likes you. Your turn to dance.
Blades sharp. Get out of this, Countess.
A bit of violence, yes. Cut him down.
Let's dance.
You're outmatched.
Finesse and grace.
Time to end this. Watch out! Now, ready.
The dance begins. Fiery. Get out of this campus.
My turn. Target locked. Watch out now.
Out of this campus.
Ready to strike. Carve a path. Mitre.
Guard up! Ready to parry. En garde! The booster.
Time for mayhem. Time to end this. Ready to strike. Target marked. It likes you.
Okay.
Foolish move.
The booster. Let's spill some okay. Minoko, parry! Guard up! Okay.
Watch out, Mael. Let's carve a path. Target marked.
Get out of this campus. En garde. Lost chance. Time to hit big. Firing.
Cup is full. Smiter. Target marked.
Your turn to shine.
Oh well.
Oops, I'm back.
Target marked.
Guard up!
Just try it.
Parry it! On me!
Why, yes, I'd love a dance.
On me! Okay.
Oops, I'm back.
Ready to strike. Just try it.
Verso dodge! On guard! On guard! Blade cut through the blades!
Let's have some fun. You're outmatched. Yeah.
coming.
Watch out!
Almost lost you. That's more like it. I'd love a dance.
Let's spill some ink.
Cut him down. You're outmatched. Target marked.
Stand up. So dodge. Flames. Rage. I'm ready. Fiery. Dodge. Nessos, dodge.
Cut him down. Target marked.
Nesso, dodge.
Just try it.
Lost chance. I can do it. Blades sharp.
flashing through the sky! Flashing through the sky. Flash through the sky.
My dear.
It will be blood of your love.
Hang on tight. Flashing through the sky.
What did it mean by light? Let's keep an eye out for other Nevrons like this one. We might learn something. Someone came here before and set up these
In
handholds.
the first region of Spring Meadows of Clair Obscura Expedition 33, you'll come across this white jar and friendly and communicate with where to find how to light it, and please consider those. And that's just all part of the main story. He'll ask you for a light. There's nothing more that you can do with him at this point, so let's go look for it. Go through the tunnel past the flag, and you'll come to this open area and see some flares from surviving expedition members. You can go either way here, explore for a while, but let me show you the quickest way to the item that's going to light up the jar's light. I took this path to the right. Once you get to the end of it, you can pick up an item there and just drop down to where this bridge is at. Go down past the bridge, and you should see this little purple glow amongst the rubble, and a guardian there. Defeat the guardian. And then you can break apart these barrels with your R1 on your controller to be able to easier pick up the item. The item that you're going to pick up is a resin that's flammable, so you can go back to the jar now. Once back with the white jar, talk to him and offer him the resin. And now he's going to ask you to light it up. The game gives you a hint to use a precise shot, but where are you supposed to shoot it? Well, it's that little lantern thing that he's holding that you need to shoot. Once you do that, there's a little bit of dialogue with him. He's almost going to give you some useful information, but unfortunately it all finishes before you get anything out of it. As a reward for talking to him and finishing this light up quest, you're going to get a healing tin shard. This increases the number of healing potions in your inventory so you can heal multiple times during a battle. Go to the flag and rest up to get that healing flask filled up. For those of you that are actually curious and start talking to him again after this interaction, you'll see that there's a new prompt where you can fight him. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to break any achievements or not. I know that finishing this quest with this Neveron is part of a trophy or an achievement where you need to find Neverons like this in each of the regions of the game and finish their quests. So whether killing one is going to break this achievement or not, I'm not sure. I think it's not going to, but disclaimer.
Macca's Guides.
Hey everyone, Matt. Area, and in this corner right here we can find the resin, which I've already picked up, but it will be sitting right here. Once you pick that resin up, go ahead and go do the time or effort. But once you give them the resin, they're going to let you know that you actually need to aim. After you generally, I'm not going to tell you exactly how to live your life, you shouldn't attack them. You'll get more rewards if you let them live afterwards. Another Neveron quest you can come across is in a story part of the game called Flying Waters. The closest rest point is Noko's hut, and to get this one, we're going to be basically retrieving an intact mine for a mine guy. The kind of friendly Neverons we can help are coded in like a specific... specific kind of white paint. That's how you know we can help mine. And to get this one, waters, the closest rest point is Noko's hut. And to get this one, we're going to be basically retrieving an intact mine for a mine guy. The kind of friendly Nevrons we can help are coded in like a specific kind of white. White paint. That's how you know they're involved in these Nevron quests, and they'll span through most of the game. This is obviously pretty early on in the game, but some of the ones at the very end kind of happen even after the story of the game. But if you make your way across this area from Noko's hut, you'll find this small little jar we can go through. On the top side of that jar, we're going to do a little bit of transition. In this small story of the game, but some of the ones at the very end kind of happen and through most of the game. This is obviously
an advantage.
see pretty early on in the game, but some of the ones at the very end kind of this area are. We're going to do a little bit of transitioning between clips here because of how I recorded this, but you can find that Demineur, and here if you talk to them, don't attack them. Instead, you can basically examine them or tell them that you'll help them. And to find the intact mine, it's pretty easy. There's a small little kind of platforming puzzle here. You'll jump across these pillars. You may want to sprint jump just to get enough distance. And after you do a couple of jumps here, you should be able to land on a platform with a purple pickup. And that purple pickup is this kind of side quest specific item, the intact. Mine, and then you can just take that mine and go back to this Nevron quest person, and I believe the reward in this case may be a series.
It said something.
Series of weapons for Lune that do thunder or lightning damage, which can be pretty useful in the early game, a little less useful in the late game, but make sure you give them that item, and I would recommend, again, don't attack them unless you really want to. Now, the next one I'm going to show you is accessible from the open world area of the map called the Continent. I'll show you exactly where on the map I am, as this is an optional area. The area is called the Small Burgeon, and this is going to be one that, as this is an optional area of the map.
Here I come! Here we go! Woohoo! Here we go!
Map called the Continent. I'll show you exactly where on the map I am, as this is an optional area. The area is called the Small Burgeon, and this is going to be one that you can start pretty early, but you're going to have to take a couple of steps to complete it, so it's better to just start it before and then come back once you're done. Now, once you get in here, you'll find this small white Nevron, and you can talk to them, and they're going to mention that they want to grow taller, and to do that, they need Burgeon skins, which is a specific item that is just dropped from other Burgeons in the game that you'll come across naturally. One of them is, for example, to the right of the stone. 15 Burgeons you'll come across as you play through the game, and in the rewards you'll see a Burgeon skin was given to me here, and then you can come back to the small Burgeon and give him the skin, and then you can leave and come back again, and if you just keep doing this, I think you only have to do it once or twice.
Perfect. What have we here?
You'll eventually let them grow to the maximum size. They'll spit out a reward to let you know that you completed this. And again, I wouldn't recommend attacking them unless you really want, but make sure you pick up the reward that they let out. We're now at the Stone Wave Cliffs, another main story section of the game, and the closest expedition flag is for Tide Caverns if you are fast traveling back here.
Expedition 53, Lilu. Dominique's other injuries are manageable, but She's been in a coma for 2 weeks with no change. Fuck. What do we do? We can't just leave her here. But what about the mission? Lance says give her 1 more week, but Dom would have wanted us to go on. She'd have yelled at us for even staying this long. It's the right choice. It is. Even if it...
Flashing through the sky! Flashing through the sky. Flashing through the sky. Here we go! Hang on tight.
Inside of that cave flag is cliffs out. And attacking out a reward. Really want. We're now at the Stone Wave Cliffs, another main story section of the game, and the closest expedition flag is for Tide Caverns if you are fast traveling. Back here. Closest expedition Stone Wave Cliffs let out. We're now at the Stone Wave Cliffs, another main story section of the game, and the closest expedition flag is for Tide Caverns if you are fast traveling back here. Inside of that cave is where you can find the Tide Cavern, so right outside of the cave is where you can talk to Hexga. Hexga is going to ask you for 3 shimmering rocks or something like that, and we're going to be able to quickly find them if we enter into the cave. Just past the expedition flag, you should have a rope that you can interact with to get deeper into that cave. And what we're going to need to do is find the 3 shimmering rocks that they're going to want in order to complete their little quest line. Now, as soon as you enter and go down that rope, you should be able to spot one kind of directly in front of you. It's a bright, glowing kind of white-blue rock.
Good stuff.
And in order to get it, you'll need to use your right bumper attack in order to smash the rocks and pick up the purple pickup that will spawn once you smash them. And there's going to be basically 3 of these. So the first one here is off to the left. The second one, these are called glimmering rock crystals, there we go, is kind of in the very middle section of this cave. You're going to have to go up this kind of spiral
Good stuff.
Perfect.
Ramp, and then you can find the second one in there. You may get attacked by an enemy, as I did. And then for the third one, you're going to basically go down this rope at the end of the cliff area. But as you come through here, you'll get attacked. After you take out this rock, which is named Rocher, you'll get another rock crystal as a loot for the battle reward. And then you can just take all 3 of these rock crystals back to Hexga, give them 2 Hexga in order to let them come out of the ground. I believe they'll give you a Picto as a reward. Again, I believe you can attack them, but the next one is available once you've gotten through the Forgotten Battlefield in the main story. And
Son, here I come.
it's inside of an
Hang on tight. Here we go.
area called the Stone Quarry, accessible from the continent open world area of the map. Go inside of the Stone Quarry, and here you'll find the Troubadour, and the Troubadour has a little bit of a mini game that you'll need to succeed at. Obviously, I believe you can turn your difficulty down to easy to make this mini game easier, as it's based on parry timing, and I believe the parry...
That's unusual.
What happened here?
Vanson, 48th. He wouldn't listen. Just kept running everyone into the ground. He acted as if he was the only true believer. That we had to trust him. 5 dead, and he wanted to double down. Thomas, not so subtly insinuated that Jean should be relieved of duty. Mutiny. Something I'd never have countenanced. Yet I have a duty to them too. It's a gutting realization.
On me! On me! Let's dance! Okay! On me! Let's dance! Okay! Okay! Ready to parry! Okay! Okay! On me! On me! Let's dance! Ready to parry! Okay! Ready to parry!
Parry timing window is easier on the easier difficulties. So what you need to do is just accept their quest. And once the minigame begins, you're going to need to parry the red. So let the green one being 100. The second not that. The next one I'll show you is the portier in the esoteric room.
Hang on tight. Here we go! Flashing through the sky. flashing through the sky. Hang on tight. Hang on tight.
Ruins, not far from the entrance of Old Lumiere. I believe you can do this one before you enter Old Lumiere, but again, like all of these I've mentioned before, you can always come back to these and mop these up at the very end of the game if you prefer. Now go into the esoteric ruins and talk to the blue orb of light right in the middle. They'll let you know that they need like an item. I believe the item is wood boards, so that they can create their physical being. And all you need to do is basically go
Weird that they don't know about Nevrons.
It's possible they died before or during the fracture. Or perhaps they called Nevrons something else.
up this rock climbing wall not far from them. Continue up the rock climbing wall and you'll end. But as you approach this puzzle, you may notice that using your free aim to shoot these kind of energy orbs makes them interact with the doors in kind of like mysterious ways. Now, I'm not going to show you the exact solution because I don't even really know how I got it. What I ended up trying to do was I ended up trying to end up at the final door, and I tried to line up all the doors in the middle to basically be opened. And from the end, I shot the brazier at the very beginning of the area, and this seems to have opened up all of the doors.
What have we here?
I'll have to go through the maze.
This place is giving me a headache.
Me too. Where's the fighting?
The door closed again.
Spooky.
Well, that will help.
In a row. Once that door is opened up, go ahead and go through it, collect all of the purple pickups. There's I believe a couple of luminas as well as the wood boards you need, and I believe you just have to then return.
An advantage.
return to the portier in order to give them the wood boards, and this will turn them into their physical being. Again, you can attack them. I recommend you don't, and I believe the reward here is a protecting healing picto. The next one I'll show is in an area called the Red Woods, which geographically is in one of the start.
Flashing through the sky. Flashing through the sky. Hang on tight. Hang on tight. Here we go.
Starting areas, but I believe you need some abilities to get here, and it is a higher leveled area theoretically, so that's why I'm showing it a lot later on in this video. Go ahead and enter into the Red Woods, and what you need to do here is you need to donate a lot of chroma. You'll interact with this fountain, and you want to pour in the chroma as it asks. The first time it asks you, you'll need to donate 5,000, then 10,000, then 25,000, and then 50,000. I believe if you combine all of those numbers, you end up at 90,000 chroma, which may seem like a lot if you're in the early game, but if you're in the late game, it's not that much at all. Once you've donated all 90,000 of that chroma, a fountain will come up, give you a picto, and again, don't attack.
What is this? A cryptic story dispenser.
Actually, I found it quite interesting. Could we try it again?
Great. What now?
Hack it if you want the best rewards. Move on. Next, we are in the Frozen Hearts area right near the entrance. You can find the Frozen Hearts not far from Monoko Station. And if you want, there's a shortcut here once you have the flight ability, or you can go through Monoko Station to get here. Go into Frozen Hearts from the entrance, and what we can do is navigate towards the Danseuse Teacher. And this is a little bit of a minigame we can complete with Lune in order to finish off this Nevron quest. It's a little bit of a journey from being out of the way up the you can, but when you don't know if you need attacks, perfect parry, per slot easy. Not so great. It is, this one will require you to be able to fly, which is a natural ability you'll gain through progression of the main story. Inside of the floating cemetery, you can find this Nevron hanging out in the kind of main cemetery part, and if you talk to them, you'll be able to just pick a weapon. It doesn't matter which weapon you pick from this list, but they'll tell you that they'll meet you inside of the building, so you can basically help them become. There are kind of multiple endings to this that you can choose. You do want to accept the quest, go into the building, and then fight them, and complete the fight in order to get to the dialogue part afterwards. This can be a pretty high-level fight. I think I came here in like level 80 or so, but I think the game wants you to be at least level 50. Now, this one actually has kind of the most unique reward structure because in the dialogue after the battle, you can choose to end it all for them, and this will reward you with a pretty good picto called Auto Powerful. However, if you choose to basically talk them out of it and let them live, you'll get a worse reward now, but a better reward later. So it's up to you what you choose. I ended up kind of doing their wish and getting the Auto Powerful picto, but if I were to do this again, I'd recommend not taking their life, and you'll get something in the next Nevron quest. So the final Nevron quest for this video is Blanche, available at the Fountain, and kind of two things will happen depending on how you decided to play the Fountain, and
Hang on tight.
Oops. Come back. Target marked. Target marked. Your turn to shine.
Last chance. Not looking good.
Flashing through the sky! Flashing through the sky!
kind of two things will happen depending on how you decided to play the earlier quests. You'll come here, you will need the flight ability, it's a very high level area, and when you talk to Blanche, one of two things will happen. If you've allowed all of the Nevrons to live and have good endings, Blanche will reward you with 100 Lumina points, which is a fantastic reward for your troubles. However, if you attacked some of the Nevrons and defeated them, Blanche will know this, and as revenge, they will attack you. And this is an extremely high level fight, recommending level 85 or higher to complete it. You'll have to do over 5 million damage, but depending on one of those two outcomes, you will be able to complete this Nevron.
Watch out. Is it looking for a fight?
Claire.
Your sister created the Nevrons.
Yes. Except for the ones on the Axon Islands.
Why did she make Nevron feet so pointy? I can't polish them without poking myself. It's terribly inconvenient.
Yes. Quite annoying.
Good stuff.
Yasmin, Monolith Year 84. My favorite theory is that she's some crazy demonic maths teacher, and this is our punishment for failing at numbers. A load of superstitious hysteria, but at least we're here now. It's worth it just to walk these valleys. I've barely seen a meadow since Lady Genocide and her poison smoke took up residence. And the sky. I feel almost naked without the dome above us. We're so exposed, but it's thrilling too. We landed at the exact spot where Expedition Zero touched ground and retraced their route. But there's not a single scrap of cloth or body anywhere. Bloody hell, we're out here chasing shadows. 15-year-old shadows. I'm glad we restarted the expeditions. How the hell are we supposed to find them? No trail could last 15 years.
On quest, you don't need the good ending, and the achievement or trophy should unlock. Thanks for watching. I hope the video was helpful. Special thanks to everyone on Patreon for
we go.
Oh, so that's where it was.
What is it?
An old arena from the village. Some Jestrels built balloons to make it pretty, but they built so many that it started flying.
Gau baka?
E não fiz o...
Imme sabo.
Noniji.
No te gama bive.
Eito. Ema kima.
Ah, tule, konna wilo.
Hai fizo.
Konna wila, fo.
Kumu pami.
Suli ni ma kuba.
Eso kima.
Kula fosof na be.
E tori so.
Blade cut through the flames. Prepare for annihilation.
Well, como?
Arikira dove?
Konna wila. Oh.
Blade cut through the flames. Blade sharp. Prepare for annihilation. En garde. Firing. Done. Finesse and grace.
Oh, don bonim.
No mitinado ko caffè calesirlo. Kumu pami. Dove tocco?
En garde. I'm ready. Blade cut through the flames. This will hurt. Prepare for annihilation.
telefodi. Tu pochiso.
Ito ni soge.
Non mi tinado ko kaf tu pochiso.
No.
Kira?
Guardaron pano col caffè toroshi.
Kira domo.
いい子ばだ。いいじゃん。
Ego?
ももの。マリとのせぐれがビルコあっとれば。にいそ。
Tome?
ガマビレット。イリラリがビラフェリキ。
Tomo de arena. Teno. Gororito bota. Un pochino le romali. Bibo, tu le come faito? Un passani. Io sano villaggio vive Tobosira. Zam zam. Bani, umano, incorinco tempentre. Nalu, io sano villaggio, quella fosse rito.
Arikira dove?
Dove mi bo?
Oh, Lukido.
Non mi tinado ko tosso. No te gama bire caritami lupiti.
Omi kira? Tima noko.
O telefodi.
Mi borona.
Oh, caffè.
Son, here I come.